Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakak. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to all the brothers out there pushing His word of sincerity and the truth. Shalom to the brothers, sisters, and children out there keeping His word of sincerity and the truth. Okay, I'm going to make this quick. I'm going into Revelation 13 and 16. And I was looking at the news earlier, and they popped up about the card skimmer. And so I said, this is basically them putting it in the minds of the people, pushing that fear into the people. They don't want to get their information or money, stolen because of contactless payments. A lot of people don't swipe their cards no more. They just tap or insert the card in using the chip. But with seeing and hearing more and more people being able to use a device where you can put on to the kiosk to pay, and people can steal your card information and steal your money, that's pushing that fear into people and gearing them up for the digital system that they're trying to implement, where everything is going to be centered around putting it inside of your body, as the scriptures say, Revelation 13:16. So I'm going to read a little bit of this, and I'm going to get the scriptures. This is the AI overview for the WLBT card skimmer. It says WLBT has reported on numerous card skimming incidents in the Jackson, Mississippi area, which I didn't even have to use card skimmer. WLBT, I just typed that in. So it ain't just Jackson, it's in general. It says, and across Mississippi over the years, with recent reports as of late 2024 and mid 2025, recent reports from WLBT and related news sources highlight the following widespread issue. It says card skimmers have been found at various locations, including gas stations, outdoor ATMs, and self-checkout lanes at grocery stores like Kroger and Piggly Wiggly. Organized crime. Many incidents involve organized skimming rings, often involving individuals from other states or countries. Is worldwide. A multi-state ring of Romanian nationals was recently sentenced for a scam that stole over $85,000 in SNAP benefits with devices found across Mississippi, Tennessee, and Louisiana. So it's nationwide and it's worldwide. Recent incidents. In August 2024, more skimmers were found in the mid-state area. In March 2025, August 2024, then March 2025, a report highlighted EBT users being targeted by skimmer scams, as these cards are often have a magnetic strip. Now, consumer warnings. WLBT consistently provides consumer advice on how to spot skimmers and protect oneself, such as checking for loose card readers, looking for broken security seals, and using chip finders or tap to pay options when possible. Right. But this is what is all leading up to. Now, this is RFID I'm spelling it out because we know how Esau is. They taking down videos. So RFID MICROCHIP for humans. This is RFID MCHIPS for human, are tiny rice grain sized device planted under the skin to provide a form of a digital identification. They are used for conveniences like contactless payments across access control to buildings or computers, and secure transactions. While proponents highlight security and convenience, critics raise privacy concerns and questions about long-term health effects. The U.S. FDA approved the technology in 2004, and some employers have offered them to employees, which we know this, how they work and what they are used for. Implantation. The chip is inserted under the skin with a syringe similar to a V. Functionality. The chip contains a unique identifier and encryption key that is activated by a reader, which can then access a database. They are passive, meaning they do not have their own power source that cannot track a person's location. They're going to tell you these things, but only the foolish is going to believe it. Uses, it says and this is the main portion, contactless payments, access to secure areas or workstations, unlocking phones and devices, storing medical and health information, other secure transactions. Now let's get the scripture. This is Revelation 13:16. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And as in the KAMP, it says signifying allegiance to the beast. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Now we're going to go into that word buy in the Greek. And this is, well, I'm going to go into Mark. I'm going to go into Mark secondly. I'm going to get buy first. It says, and I'm going to go to the root of it. And this is the root definition for the word buy. And it says, any assembling place, especially of the people, the place of assembly for debating, public debating, for elections, for trials, for buying and selling, for all kinds of business, the marketplace, the street. So it's telling you that this type of device is going to basically plug you into the society. Without it, you're not going to be able to operate in society, especially when it comes to buying or selling. Now, let me get the definition for the word mark. The charagma. And as you can see, it says a stamp, an imprinted mark. And it says a mark stamped on the forehead of the right hand. But B, it's, well, number 2, it says thing carved, sculptured, graven work of idolatrous images. And when you get to the root of this, it says a pale or stake, a palisade, which is going to something that you stick into the ground. But that's how it's going to be implemented in the skin, like it said. The implantation is inserted under the skin with a syringe. The syringe is that pail or that stake. That's what it's. Let's see. I might as well just type the word in. And this is it says a syringe is a small hollow tube with a plunger that fits tightly inside a barrel. But let me see. Let me type this in. Syringes. Similar to. It says syringes are similar to needles, which are used with them, needle-free injectors and other fluid delivery devices like insulin. Okay. Let's see. I want to see if it gives some images. Okay, I know what I need to type in. It says the MC syringes are similar to standard syringes for injection, but are designed specifically for implanting a preloaded MC, making them similar to disposable V syringes or animal syringes. They have a preloaded chip in a sterile, ready-to-use syringe. And when they feel like a standard syringe, and while they feel like a standard syringe, their needle size can vary from around 15 gauge for smaller chips or to 12 gauge for larger ones. And some are spring-loaded for faster application. So it's letting you know. Here it is right here. Mechanism. They use a plunger to push a preloaded object, the MC, through a needle into the skin like a pail or a stake. It says the purpose, they are used for a one-time injection of a substance, the MC, under the skin. Now let's see a pail or a stake. Matter of fact, before I get that, I'm get the image. As you can see, this is what it looks like. Let's see a pail. Okay. Let me get a stake then. Similar, huh? It's the same thing. It's letting you know this is what John saw. And it says a stake can refer to a sharpened wooden or metal post driven into the ground for support or to mark a boundary. Just like we read in Revelations. In the AMP, it says signifying their allegiance to the beast. It says, or it can refer to a personal interest or share, especially in a business or contest. Let's see. Physical object. A pointed post driven into the ground to support a plant or fence. A post used for marking a boundary or position. Yeah. So that's the point. But like I said, going into it, all of this is going to lead up to it. This is just pushing, getting people comfortable with the idea that a new system is needed. You know, and a lot of people are going to conform to it willingly. But it's going to get to the point to where, as the scriptures say, he Causeth all. So it's going to be forced upon the people. And since I got that, let me just go and read the judgment for everyone who takes it. Now, this is Revelation 14, starting at verse 16. 6. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and to every nation and kindred and tongue and people, saying with a loud voice, Fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made heaven and earth, and the sea and the fountains of waters. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And like it say in the AMP, corrupting them with idolatry. All these nations have drunken of the wine of the philosophies and doctrines of America. That's why all these countries have so many problems that's similar to the problems we have, because they adopted westernization into their culture and it's thrown this whole earth out of balance. Verse 9, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receives his mark in his forehead or in his hand, so it don't matter if it's the right hand, left leg, right leg, if you receive it, this is the judgment that comes to you. The same shall drink of the wrath, the wine of the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy Lamb, the presence of the holy angels, and in the presence of the Lamb. So what does that mean? That means that anybody who takes the MOTB, as what we call it, it said you're going to drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High without mixture. Anybody who has drunken anything before, if you mix it, you try to mix it with something to dilute it so it won't be so strong. The Lord said it's not going to be with mixture, meaning you're going to feel the full brunt of his judgment. And that judgment, that fire, is the thermonuclear missiles from all these nations have. There will be a third world war. And those thermonuclear missiles wasn't created for nothing. These countries not testing missiles and threatening other countries or shooting missiles for no reason if it wasn't going to be used. The Lord got all this set up, so when that time comes, these missiles aren't going to be fired off, and only the elect will be delivered out of America. because America's going to be that lake of fire, meaning all these thermonuclears is going to hit this place, and it's going to turn this place from what it is now to a complete desert because of all the nukes. And it's going to be burning for, I think, here it is, verse 11. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, which is going into a long time. This place not going to literally burn forever and ever. It's just it's going to burn for a long time. And they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast and his image, and whoever receiveth his mark of his name. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Yahweh Shai. So this is what we patiently waiting on. And we know that this is coming. We are aware. We understand what this man is doing. So when these things come, it's not going to catch us off guard. And when he forces people to take it, that fear and that uncertainty of survival is not going to affect the elect like it's going to affect the rest of the people, because we know who we trust in. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. We are the hopeful elect, Lord willing, of the elect. But us of the hopeful elect, we have nothing to worry about. We know our salvation comes from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. But it's the rest of these people who's going to get caught up. And I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to close it out. A lot of people don't realize that they'll read this scripture, or they'll hear about the lake of fire, and don't even realize that they're going to be a part of it. It's not no place underground burning. There is no hell underground burning, and there is no other purgatory the Lord is going to send people to. No, that's going to be Babylon the Great. This place is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles. And a lot of people living on this earth right now in America, people that probably people in your family, probably even people in your own household, will be in that judgment, and they don't even know it. So, Lord wills, the edifying lesson. We want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to all the brothers out there pushing this word of sincerity and the truth. Shalom to the brothers, sisters, and children out there keeping this word of sincerity and the truth. And until next time, shalom.